So, wishing everyone a very, very happy evening here today. And we are yet on to another wonderful virtual tour, an amazing initiative from GWN. So, this is a virtual tour. This is the fourth edition of virtual tour, and we are so happy to be associated and to really have the Taj Group here with us today. And without much ado, I would really like to take this pleasure to introduce Mr. Thomas Rullin. Mr. Thomas is the Director of Sales, Taj South, and I shall be taking you through his brief journey. So, Mr. Thomas joined the Taj Group in 1993 and from Chennai, and Taj was then expanding in Kerala. So they were already having two properties, and they were, growing more. And he got a chance to work with them in Kerala as a part of the initial sales team. Then he became a part of the sales efforts, and the hotels grew from 2 to 6 properties. Moving through the ranks, he had a chance to work with the corporate sales in 2001, and he had the experience of the 9/11 episode, and obviously tourism then took a big dip world over. India was obviously not an exception. So Mr. Thomas worked in the corporate office with the travel industry sales and handled markets like Germany, Switzerland, Austria, the Middle East, and Africa. Thereafter, he returned back to Kerala as a commercial sales manager, and Kovalam and Beckel, two of these properties were added, and his current responsibility, yes, is the well-known Taj Malabar Resort and Spa based at Cochin, whose virtual tour we are going to be experiencing today. So some of the responsibilities that Mr. Thomas has handled has been the visits of the prestigious and honorable President, the PM, the Vice President of India, as well as other international visiting dignitaries like the King and Queen of Netherlands and many more. At heart, Mr. Thomas believes that it takes clients to make the business go around, and they are the most important comma in his sales equation. Wow, amazing. Would really like to know more about this equation, Thomas, later on. And having identified weddings as a key lever for the business in future, they are really happy to be a part of GWN. So guys, I take this huge opportunity to introduce Mr. Thomas Rullin, Director of Sales, Taj, and he will take us through the remaining part of this virtual tour. Welcome again, sir, and the session is all yours.
Thank you, Neeraj, for that glowing introduction. I sound like a page 3 model, the way you put it. Very nicely done. Thank you for the kind words. Thank you, kind words. So I've been stay with Kerala for a very long time, spent some time in Bombay as well at corporate office, working with travel trade. And it's been a very long journey. Today, I look after the Taj Malabar, one of our prestigious hotels. We've been here for a very long time. In fact, a small part of the history I'd like to share of the hotel. We started in 1934 as a hostel for sailors, British sailors, at which time when the British were in charge, there was a gentleman called Lord Bristow who was responsible for dredging and digging up the port the way it is right now, the large harbor we have here, natural harbor. So at that time, there was a demand for sailors. We also had a cruise line called BB & Company, which was supposed to bring travelers to Cochin and to India from different parts of the world. And so they built a hostel for sailors called the Malabar Hostel, which is the old wing of the Taj Malabar, the way we know it now. Subsequently, a year later, they realized that not many sailors are coming, and then it became a proper hotel called the Malabar Hotel. In fact, this is a name that Taj Malabar is known by mostly around India, especially for older travelers who've actually come to Kerala and Cochin to see about 25, 30 years back. Malabar Hotel is really the well-known name. I know reasons. I explain why it's called Malabar, because technically in Kerala, Malabar is a region that refers to the north, which is only more Calicut and Wayanad. But at that time, in their wisdom, the British named it Malabar Hotel, and that's the way it's been. And consequently, when this came to the Taj hands in the late 80s, we built another block called the Tower Wing, which has 62 rooms, adding to the 33 we have, becoming 95 rooms today, including the suites. And this 2 blocks represent the inventory of the hotel that we have now. We are therefore a hotel that is home to VVIPs, prime ministers, president, kings and queens, venture capitalists, ambassadors, consul generals, defense attaches. You name the lot, and often for them, Malabar is the hotel of choice when they come this side. We are also on the island overlooking the harbor and the Arabian Sea in the distance. We are also the only hotel when cruise liners come. We do about 48 cruise liners a season. This is pre-COVID, between October and May. And that includes the QE2, the Royal Caribbean, the Cunard of the Seas. You name any of the big ones, all of them have come to Cochin. They park right behind us. And many of the millionaires on board actually come to us for lunch, writing well ahead saying, can we have a meal with you? And of course, we welcome them. We don't have any limitations. But they generally ask because that's a routine they follow. And we welcome all of them. They come, have a nice glass of wine, a drink, have a good meal with us, take some photos, and get back on a millionaire cruise line that goes back somewhere. So, I mean, we are ranked there. So we are a very different resort, very different place. And I'd like to now, before I continue, let me call upon Mr. Siddhi Matthew, my general manager, who would join us for a few minutes to say a few words. Siddhi, if you're online, could you join us, please? Yes, Siddhi, welcome aboard.
Good afternoon to everybody. It's a pleasure to connect. It's a pleasure to connect with all of you. Though we hope that, this virtual format, we can probably do away with in times to come and meet physically also. Roland has already shared in detail about the property. It is a property which is associated with the history of Kerala itself. We can very proudly claim, that it was the first 5-star hotel itself to be established in Kerala. First, so it is a place with a lot of history, and to add to it, the view that the place commands is matchless, as you would see in our virtual presentation going ahead. So when one thinks of events, marriages, or other functions, I can proudly say that, you can always connect with us because we offer the right solution, because people would like to create memories in such places. And to add to the location, I would also like to share that we have the strength of food. Our chefs are, very experienced chefs who have been with us for the last 20-25 years, as with many Taj hotels. And we're able to curate any sort of cuisine that you or your guests may need. So that is an added strength that we offer. But again, a warm welcome to all of you on this virtual tour. And we hope to meet you physically also sometime soon in the near future. We'll allow Roland to move ahead with the virtual presentation of the hotel. Thank you.
Thank you, Siddhi. Thank you. Let me introduce also one last person to get the show on the road, Mr. Kumar Ambenda. He's head of sales for our resort in Kovalam. He's also dually wearing the cap of the head of sales for Kerala. Mr. Kumar, if you're on board, can you come across and let's hear from you?
Yes, Mr. Roland. Yes, I'm there. Hi, everyone. Hi, Varun. We met. Hi, Mr. Neeraj. How are you? You're on mute.
Hi, Kumar.
Hello, sir. How are you?
All well, all well. How are you doing? So I'll not take much of time. I think you are due to see a very lovely property in Cochin, and it has a lot of nostalgia, historical importance. Heritage is famous across the strata, and it's like the city has the privilege of hosting some of the great events of the city in the history, whether be it Biennale or the state guest or the country host, or you name it. There is not a single strata of guests or customers which we have not touched in the last so many years of existence. So I leave you with Roland and a very happy virtual tour and many such more virtual trips for you for all Taj hotels in the upcoming days. Okay. So Roland, please take it over. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Kumar. Thank you so much. Right. I think hopefully we have more people on board and we can start the show right now. I'd like to call upon Chinchu, our security head. Chinchu drives security for the hotel. He's the go-between for all our security issues. And Chinchu, if you can just come on board, that's right. It's spotlighting. Thank you so much. Yeah, Chinchu, thank you. So Chinchu is on board. Let's start. So that's the opening driveway, and we walk towards the lobby now. So in front of us, we have the spa building right in the middle of the picture. You can see that two very large, very wide gates, very heavily built for security. And we have a wedding in house, hence you have a fair amount of vehicles at the front. Otherwise, generally, it's a clean sweeping view all the way inside. The spa building is on the right of the imagery. On the left, we actually also have a spice garden. And as we walk towards the porch, we will see what a beautiful day it is, and therefore why, as we reach the porch, even as you, I don't know if the camera will show it, but as you reach the porch, you will find the sea right at the porch. You can see the sea from there. You can make out what is an elephant sitting on the steps right in the middle of the picture. I hope you can see that. And that's the entry to the pool. On the right, we have the Jiva Spa, which is our spa brand. In fact, this is the first Jiva Spa of the Taj Group that started about 20 years back. That's how old the Jiva brand is. And this was the first spa to start it in. We serve aromatherapy and Ayurveda, but we'll come there later. Let's head inside where my colleague Anand is available and would like to show us the lobby side. Anand, if you can come in, thank you so much. Chinchu, I'll see you later at the other spot. Let's go with Anand right now. Anand, if you can take us through. Anand heads accommodation and will take us through the front area as well. Thank you. Yeah, so this is the lobby area. You can see the reception desk on the left with our team busy there. And it's a very different reception counter lobby. It's been traditionally built a lot of different architecture for the roofs. You can see wooden pillars there. And the bright light behind is really the sea that's shining, glistening water, the sun glistening off the water. Great pillars, and as we walk through the corridor, we have two shops as well off the lobby, both right in front of you. On the right, we have the Matangiri Lounge Bar, which is today the bar is open in Kerala, so there's no problem, no limitations like before. On the left of this particular imagery, if we can get it, it will be the staircase that leads to the heritage wing rooms. That's it. It's called the Grand Staircase, but we will not go there now. We'll come back to that later. In the meantime, we'll go straight ahead. And as we turn the curve, let's surrender the camera to Sham. Sham drives our food and beverage completely for the resort. Sham has also been playing host to many of the senior VVIPs who come. Sham, thank you so much. If Sham can come on board, we'd love to take you through the corridor. The corridor is unique. It does show the exit from there to the lawns outside. The corridor is also differently able because we also have maps that reflect the maritime history of the hotel. We've been here for 87 years. So I think when we opened up, we were only for sailors and eventually became a proper hotel and thereafter a resort in the true sense of the word. And you can make out a map on the right. We have 4 restaurants. The pavilion is on the left. It's one of the restaurants, of course. Post-COVID, we've kept one of them closed because there was a need to balance what activities we could offer people without crowding. So that's one restaurant that serves Thai and Asian cuisine. We move forward. This corridor leads us to 2 areas. One is to the banquet hall. The second is to the tower wing lobby on the right. What we'll do is we'll go to Linson, who's in the banquet hall, and come to Sham. Linson, if you can just come in. I'd like to, yeah, there you are. Come on board. Yeah. So Linson will take us to the banquet hall. We had a wedding today, so I hope we're not disturbing any of the guests. Yeah, listen, go forward. And we go forward. The wedding today, we seem to be having a small bandwidth problem now. I can see some lag happening. Hopefully it's not too troubling. We are in the hall, and this is a hall of pretty rectangular dimensions, capable of taking about a 150 to 118 cluster. Lots of space, well set up. This hall opens to the right to a pre-function area. I'm not sure if we still have guests there, but otherwise, if it's there, yes, thank you so much. If the guests have left, you can show them. We had a very exciting wedding lunch that came out of nowhere, and we could not change the date. Otherwise, we would have had the hall empty for GWN. So this area is a pre-function area. We set up basically 2 to 3 buffets in the center, washrooms on one side, and this is the area also open to the greenery outside as well. We have a small green counter there, and this area leads us back to the main hall. That's our Raja Varma is a big hall. We have a fair amount of event spaces available in the resort, right from halls to pool to the lawn areas. But I'll bring you back to that separately as we exit this place. Let's go back to Sham, who will take us through the other areas. Sham, if you can come on board. Thank you, Linson. We'll just go to Sham. Sorry to jumping around, guys, but with the area we have in space, I was trying to make sure we didn't have any lag. So Sham is on board now, and as we enter into the tower wing, which is distinctly different from the heritage wing, we are in one of the smaller lobbies there that show us the lawn area and the sea outside. It's a great view. It's also a great place to rest while one gets called to have a meal. That's Peppa, our all-day diner, what everybody fondly calls the coffee shop. And it's got 2 seating areas. The seating area is nice and spacious, opening out to the lawn area at the back. On the left, we have the main entrance to Peppa, which has a buffet area on the left. We do buffets generally for breakfast and sometimes for lunch. Dinner generally is a la carte unless we have a large cooking house, or if one of you give us a wedding, then we can give them a restaurant experience instead of putting them always in the banquet hall. Especially when you do buyouts, we ensure this area is quite busy. And this is a very large restaurant that takes a fair amount of people. Over 2 sittings, we cover any kind of crowd with that. We move to the left, which opens to Rice Boat. Now, Rice Boat is our specialty seafood restaurant. It's number 1 in the city. It's a well-known area. Are we disturbing anyone, Sham? Can we go in? I think some clients are just exiting, so we'll just give them some space. And you can step in. That's lovely. Yes, great. So this is Rice Boat, shaped like a houseboat you see and you've heard of in Alleppey and Kumarakom in the backwaters. This is Rice Boat Restaurant, a most elegantly shaped seafood restaurant, serving a variety of seafood made in different kinds of styles. We have a lot of the Kerala masalas and we've made content style as well with lemon butter sauce and so many other combinations. The view is the water outside completely. In fact, the restaurant stands at the edge of the water. And sometimes when one is seated here for either lunch or dinner, the feeling of actually moving is very, very strong. Of course, it's not moving, it's on land, but the way it's designed is to give you that feel. It can take about 36 people. We also do a lot of private dinners. So we do CEOs, conclaves, and all those senior people, then we can set up a table for 15 to 18 to 20 people and do a nice pairing of wine, a fair amount of liquor that goes with the menus. The seafood is of course very well done. We've opened the windows so you get a sense how close we are to literally we are perched above the sea. And that's Matangiri, the old city in the distance. This is also a very familiar place because we see dolphins here. Yes, Cochin has dolphins. These are humpback dolphins that come generally in the months from around October, November, all the way till May, and actually play joyfully. Of course, they're not very friendly. They don't come to you because they're not trained like the ones in the zoo. But they are available and they keep jumping and chasing fish, and it's a great view to see. In fact, this is the 3rd restaurant I'm showing you. We did Pavilion, we showed you Peppa, we showed you Rice Boat. Sham will take us to the 4th restaurant called the Dolphins Point, which is located outside. It's an outdoor dining venue. We've just received a few days back notice that we can open these areas, so it's now going to be open for dinner. We had kept it closed for the last few months. And so this is the Dolphins Point. We step out. The name Dolphins is given because, like you can see the harbor behind us, dolphins are there. It's an outdoor seafood grill area with a ready-made kitchen. We also serve a curry buffet with that. It's also a great venue for a banquet space if you're planning something in the evenings or afternoons, especially since this is a seasonal restaurant that opens only October, November. It leaves you almost 7 to 8 months with a lovely banquet venue. You can do a product launch, you can do a wedding, an engagement, a shadi, something you want to put together with a great view at the back. this is the kind of place you do it. It's also a great angling spot. If you have a group of people who do angling, this is a great spot. It's a mix between the salt water coming from the sea and the fresh water that is coming off the hills, what we call the backwaters. Backwaters in Kerala really is really fresh water that's flowing from the hills and from the dams. And this is a great catchment area because you have great fish here. You have fish from the sea, fish from the backwaters, and the dolphins love it. So this is where they often hang around. It's also quite deep, so they can escape from the boats when they have to. Otherwise, the view is nice and lovely. We face the old city of Matanjeri, that side. Shyam, anyway, you can quickly show us the lawn, and we can move to the rooms quickly. I think Manoj is waiting for us right now. If you can just walk through. So we have two jetties over at the harbor. This one is the one for larger vessels, and you can see our luxury yacht on the left of your screen. It's a vessel we use for up to 10 people and do pleasure rides and do a high tea and do a dinner for a couple as well. It's also a nice way of, for a wedding, when you bring a couple on board. In many places you have horse carts and carriages and all. But in Cochin, we do it on a luxury yacht. It's a very different to dress it up in flowers, and it comes from a jetty close by. It takes a few seconds for the couple to arrive in that yacht and be welcomed by their guests and their friends. Shyam, can you pan to the right? Because otherwise we don't seem to be seeing. Okay, great. So that's a very spacious lawn. This is called the pool lawn, adjacent to the pool. It's about 11,800 square feet. It's in two areas separated by a pathway, but can be taken together. So it's one very large, spacious area. And we do a lot of weddings that actually use this space because of the view at the side. So this is one area I wanted to show you. We'll come back to this side once again from the pool, so you get a sense from the front how it's looking. We're now at the rear end of the lawn, and we'll come. Neeraj, can you hear me? Am I okay? Am I audible enough? Are we fine with bandwidth?
Absolutely, Mr. Thomas.
Great. So great, we finished. So that's the pool in the distance. Great, Shyam. Shyam, we'll log off now. We'll thank you for that show of the area and the site as well. We'll move to Manoj now. Manoj is in the heritage wing. Manoj is my colleague in sales. So all of you in weddings need to know my colleagues Manoj and Roshni. Manoj is on the call today. Manoj will take us through the typical corridor that's the heritage wing. So if you look at it actually, in a sense, a lot of clients tell us this looks like a ship's corridor because built for sailors. Probably this is the way they designed it, And we enter a typical heritage wing room. I'll be showing you of the 9 categories, 3 rooms today. This is the heritage wing room. This is a typical room that one gets when you say, can I have a room with you, when you make a call. And we enter this room. It's a spacious room. It's got a 4-fixture bathroom on the right. It's got a lovely wash basin. And of course, on the right, we have a lovely shower as well. So we give you the benefit of 4 things. Lots of luggage space, as you can see. You step forward into the room. It's got a nice, lovely TV. It's got a banquet, of course, safe for keeping your laptops and personal belongings. On the right, we have a very large king bed. And it adjoins straight away to the window where we see a garden view. Manoj, if you can just show us the large king bed on the right. That's it. Thank you so much. Thank you. That's lovely. That's nice. So it's a very spacious room. 450 square feet is a lot of space, enough space for extra beds. So when you look at weddings, then you know that this facility is very important. A sense of history, a sense of trying to present a client a different picture of history that's in Cochin and why the difference the hotel can make to them when they have their wedding with us. It's nice. They're very tailored differently. We try to keep the old world charm there because otherwise today hotel rooms actually, whether you're in Bangalore or in Chandigarh or even in Mumbai, hotel rooms look the same, but these rooms are very different. They show up very differently. We come back to the corridor, and Manoj, thank you so much. We will now move to Anand. Anand, as I explained to you earlier, was showing us the lobby. He's got the tower wing in his care, and we want him to show us some rooms there. Anand, take us to the next room. Thank you, Manoj. Anand will show us now. I think you're showing us a sea view room or a harbor view room. Lovely, the harbor view. So this is a tower. This is a tower wing room. We come in. We'll see the bathroom on the left and move forward. Anand, thank you so much. These rooms are designed tastefully and also have a lovely shower. The shower is very unique because you see the view from the shower. The view is, of course, with the bright sunlight. You can't see it now. But when we come out and walk towards the end, you will see why this room is nice with the TV, large king-size bed. And the view is, of course, the most important one. This view, in fact, this room faces the harbor on the right side. You can see, and this is where the cruise liners park actually. So you can see the distance to us and the cruise liner is hardly a few feet. It's actually walking distance about 2-3 minutes, and we make a great destination for cruise liners. And this is the harbor side. Anand, you can take us to the suite, probably on the same floor. Thank you so much. Yeah. And the rooms come all equipped with stereo surround speakers. Great LCD LED TVs as well. And the corridor shows us the next room. We are entering what we call an executive suite. We have three types of suites: the executive, the luxury, and the presidential. I don't have the luxury presidential today, but I have the executive, so I'll have to show you that today. This is the living room today. Very large, spacious. You also got a writing desk in the corner, so if you're here on work, then you have space for that. Anand, can you show this in landscape? Turn it around, please. Anand, turn it around. You turn your phone the other way, Anand. We have the balcony. And we'd like to just show you the entire view. See, that's the lawn area we showed you earlier with the pool, a small dot of blue you can see in the corner. And that's the entire harbor open in front of you. On the left, you will come to the Dolphins Point at the bottom of the screen, but that's the entire view. But it's beautiful. It's showing completely and lovely. And that's the entrance to the sea from there. And as we step back in, Anand, can you show this in landscape? Anand probably may not be hearing me, but that's a separate TV there. We'd like to do the bedroom. Yes, I know. We got the view. Can do the bedroom now. To the left, thank you. It's got a separate door, so one has privacy. If you have a guest, you have privacy there. That's a 4-poster bed we have on view, nice and kingly-like. You also have a separate TV this side, which also means you have 2 TVs in the suite and nobody gets into a fight for watching their programs. We come to the bathroom with a sunken tub. It also has a separate his and hers for the wash basins. Again, lots of space. And we offer you a lovely shower as well. And it leads to a walk-in wardrobe, which is good for a suite because you have lots of things when you come to stay with us. I must share with you that the rooms that sell most in the Malabar are the suites because of the space, because of the views. And this room is very well done. It also connects to a sea view room next door. So technically, you can get 2 rooms, with the living room in between if you take the sea view room also as well. And it makes for great space living, great for families, great for people who are traveling and have colleagues who want to join them in the daytime for meetings, but night want their privacy. So this is the way the rooms are show up there. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We'll move across to Jiva Spa. Thank you, Anand. We do Jiva Spa where Dr. Selva is on board. Selva, if you're on board, can you show us the Jiva Spa? So Jiva Spa is a place where we do a fair amount of treatments. Ayurveda is king, and we do aromatherapy as well. We'll show you one Ayurveda room. Ayurveda today is practiced by Kottakkal Arya Vaidya Shala. So technically, that's really a bringing home of 2 brands together, Kottakkal as well as Taj Group together on the hospitality space, offering you the most authentic of Ayurveda. This is an Ayurveda room, and this is a table that is used in Ayurveda called a Pathi, P-A-T-H-I. This table is unique because unlike other tables one sees with teakwood and all, this is made from neem wood. Now, if you know any part of healing that sciences offer, you remember that when you have chicken pox, you actually lie down on neem leaves because that's the only treatment that actually works for that virus. Today, Ayurveda has taken that to the next level and only neem wood is used. In fact, these neem woods are cut, soaked in a tub of oil for almost 6 months before they are brought together and joined to make a table in a particular angle, good for the back. We, of course, can cushion it for those people who want a nice softer back. It has its own shower cubicle area, so you don't need to step out unless you're fresh and dressed. And we also use a copper tub. Copper is good for healing. Use that to wash and scrub your feet as well in Ayurveda. And in some of our resorts like Kumarakam, we even have a sunken copper tub, which means you take a whole bath if you want to, full body. We lead up to the staircase, which takes us to 2-3 areas there. We will show you a fitness center, which is again lovely with a view with a lot of cardio machine and a separate weight section. I told you we have 4 restaurants and lovely banqueting. So we make sure you have a chance not to feel guilty at the end of the trip, to give you some chance to burn some of that good food you've consumed. A lot of cardio, and on the left side, you'll find a weight section as well. Fair amount of weights. Today, everybody is very health conscious, and most of our travelers are looking for the fitness center. This opened just a few days back because the government just released the orders now. So now we are back to normal with the fitness center open. The weight section is very interesting, all very polished, all very good equipment, and all very imported. If you can show us the view as well, Selva. So the view is what we have seen so far. We enjoy the same view in the spa as well. While working out, you overlook actually the pool. I don't know if you can see it clearly because of bandwidth problems, but you can make out the pool and the sea in the distance. This is why I call it an infinity pool, because while swimming, one is at the same eye level as the harbor and the sea. If you can show us now the couple suite. So we have a couple suite where we practice aromatherapy as well. Ayurveda does not encourage couples together. They're very strict about man on man and woman on woman. In aromatherapy, we don't have an issue. So this is the couple suite that is always very heavily booked in season starting October, November in a normal year. And people generally take it for up to 3-4 hours together because couples who travel and who work in dual jobs, they don't get time to spend. So this is the couple suite, a separate washroom available. And of course, there's a lounge in the corner where we encourage couples to sit together, possibly have one of our regular tea addictions, tea juices together, or any of the meal sessions they're having here as well. We encourage them to be together, and a therapy works. We have 2 therapists that work on the couple together. We step out of the spa. Can we go to the pool area, Selva? Thank you so much. Lovely view there as well. So we go back to the pool area, and I think we have a bandwidth problem. Selva, if you're there, can you show us the pool area? Are you down? I think we lost him in between. Great. So we are at the pool. It's evening time in Cochin. We are at 4:30, and this is the pool area. It's called Infinity Pool again. Very large, very spacious, has a separate kiddies pool also. So when you come with families or when you have weddings happening, children are safely in the pool as well. We also have a very large deck area on the left, which is great for pool parties, especially when you do a buyout for weddings. We have this lovely large deck area that is often used. A lot of the pool parties are for the youngsters, not necessarily for the elderly parents and grandparents, but it's an area that we invite people to come and enjoy. And it's a great area with the view, as you can see, lovely. If you can just, Dr. Sarwan, if you can just pan to the left, so we'd like to show them the harbor as well. And you can walk toward the lawn area to show the lawn. That's a luxury yacht in the corner. And on the left side, you'll see the lawn from this area as well, so that you'll be able to understand both perspectives that I've shown. One is from the tail end, and this is from the head end. Just show the lawn. Thank you. Can you show the lawn? Thank you. That's right. This is almost 12,000 square feet of space. Yeah, you can stop there. Thank you. This is a lovely view of the lawn area. We have one last spot we'd like to show with you. This is the area we took over pre-COVID. If you can just go to Chinchu, if you can come online. Our secretary has been kind enough to volunteer to show that area as well to us. Thank you, Selva. So this area is the port lawn. It's a very huge area of about 29,000 square feet. You can make out an old building on the right. It's as old as the Taj Malabar. And it's a building that makes for great views at night when you light it up very well with the trees. And there's a clock tower you can make out there as well. It's a great location. And it's a lovely large area. The trees are on one border. But on the left of the trees, you have again a huge banqueting area which you can set up for your live stations. And the view again, like the one of the Malabar, is also of the harbor and the sea. Chinchu is walking to the border. That's great. So we can show them the view as well. So we are technically on the same side. Malabar and this lovely port lawn share the same side. And so if you look at the view, again, it's lovely. You get to see the entire harbor in front of you. It's really lovely. In the evening, especially, it's nice. There's a fair amount of breeze. And this is really lovely area that's available now. So we offer you 29,000 square feet of space. We offer you another 12,000 separately in our lawn. And of course, we have banquet halls as well. So we are at a destination with 95 rooms that offers the great space for that kind of rooms. In fact, these 2 lawns together make for a better option. If you had a slightly bigger wedding function and you had to use multiple hotels, the lawn area we showed you earlier would be a great place to gather people together, probably have a snack or a drink, and then move into this large lawn called the port lawn, where we would then do a sit-down meal experience. So if you had a launch program happening, where you're the CEOs doing a presentation, then this would be the area where you would do the presentation. And the other lawn would be an area where 12,000 space to hold people together, give them a snack, give them a drink, bring them down to a level where they're able to chat and talk, and then we can coolly move them to this area very comfortably. So this is the presentation on the Malabar. Thank you, Chinchu. Thank you for taking us through the trees as well. It's a great area to light up at night. It looks well. Thank you. So I've done the presentation on the Taj Malabar. Thank you so much for this chance. If there are any questions from anyone I'd like to handle, I could do that right now. Any immediate questions anyone has? Otherwise, I'd like to actually share screens and show a video.
Yeah. Mr. Thomas will go through the AV.
Right.
We take the Q&A once for all.
Right.
Yeah.
So we made a small presentation we'd like to show with you. This is essentially a video we've made, which was to showcase the hotel during COVID time. You know, when we had a high case of COVID, a lot of people were booking weddings far ahead, and we wanted to actually show them presentation on the resort that actually explains it more better than possibly any of the videos you see on YouTube. So we just created something to put together. Let me show this to you, and then we'll talk after that.
Video is still not shared.
Sorry, are you seeing my screen?
Can see your screen, your folders, but video is not playing.
Are you seeing it now? Is the video now available? No. Okay,
No.
Palni, can you help me out with that, please, Palni?
Okay, you have shared 2 videos with me.
Yeah, use the first link to show the first one. We'll come to that one after that.
Okay.
Thank you.
It's been quite a session here. I think many of us are still reeling from the visuals that we had on this tour. I would really like to talk more once we have seen the AVs also,
Right. Okay.
because they are going to be the cherry on the.
Yes, thank you so much. Let's start.
Oh, 1 minute.
Yeah, no problem.
So, Mr. Thomas, if you were to look at the accessibility of Taj Malabar,
Yes.
how could we put it in terms of from the nearest airport or the railway station? Or...
So all hotels in Cochin, barring the airport hotels, are a good 1 hour away from the city. And that's natural because like any other big metro or soon become metro city, airports are always outside the cities. So there's really no airport really within the city. I'm discounting Bombay because Bombay is anyway a very big city. It's one large city. But Cochin also has an hour's drive. Any resort, any hotel you take is an hour away. And we have something like currently about 47 flights. We are connected to Bombay, Delhi, Bangalore, Chennai, Calcutta. We are connected to Ahmedabad. We come to pre-COVID. We were also well linked with Pune, with Goa, and Jaipur as well. So all that will come back. We have something like about 47 flights daily, and at least about 2 dozen from the Middle East as well, connecting even Sri Lanka, the entire Middle East, Maldives, and well connected even to London. We have a direct flight to London twice a week by Air India. So, so Cochin is very well connected. Connection is not the issue. Connection is not the issue. When any function you choose to have at the Malabar, any wedding you want to have, getting your delegates here is actually very easy. We're well connected. That is the biggest problem in a wedding is really connectivity. And Cochin has resolved that for you because we have that facility. In fact, at one stage, Cochin Airport has no options to land the A380-200 even before Mumbai had. So that's how Cochin has developed very well. So we have that facility. Our latest terminal to open domestic is quite huge. It's about 80,000 square feet and more. It's just massive, you know. Can do almost about 42 counters for check-in, check-outs. Absolutely fantastic. So accessibility, infrastructure is no more the issue in Cochin. You just have to plan it, decide you want to come down south, enjoy the weather with us, and we'll have a great wedding. If you're ready, Kumari, we can start. Thank you. You can download the second one as well and just keep it ready.
Yeah.
eagerly waiting for the requirements. Neeraj, okay to show the next one as well. It's actually a gate, a global wedding network partners. Yeah. So we put up a small 30-second video. You can bear with me. We just showing this wedding video, small one. Thank you. The last video was just an attempt to highlight a global wedding network partners effort at working with the hotel. We worked a lot with CIVEX and it was his destination wedding at that. We put a video together to make sure we could showcase what the event space also looks like. Other than the hall, we have the lovely lawn. We used one lawn and try to capture the views we have. It's a beautiful location, very beautiful, right?
Absolutely, Mr. Thomas. This has been really amazing session the last 20-25 minutes. And what a property. I mean, everything there, you are keeping we can say the tradition, the historic architecture is still intact, and you get a feel of both the things. Get the feel of history, and you yet get the taste of obviously Taj hospitality, which is one of the best today in the world. So an amazing property, both in terms of having to put up your guest here, and you have enough, I could say enough venues here. So you have some majestic lawns that are there, and the banks are there, and then you have the restaurants that can upkeep, not to mention the pool. So the youngsters can also let their hair down,
Right.
Doing any kind of big or small wedding event, the youngsters always want to have an after party or a sundowner or something.
Correct.
So,
We encourage
yes.
them. It's a nice location, nice venue. So also I must share that even if you are working also with another hotel close by, many people may not know this, but I have to say this, but we work very closely with the Grand Hyatt for the large destination weddings. And we are the only 2 luxury hotels in the same space. We share across the waters, and the connectivity is just 3 minutes by boat. So we actually do large weddings together, where we actually share resources and work together to make sure the client has a destination wedding that's actually proper. Right? So we share that with you. Any questions, Neeraj, any of the team members have? We'd like to take it.
So, guys, if there are any questions, any queries, any Q&As you feel you would want to currently put up, you can please put it up on the chat, and we'll be more than happy to answer them. Mr. Thomas is here with us one-to-one, and so a big opportunity to really get something answered. In case you feel you would like to really connect with him later on and have a recce of the venue, I mean, they would be more than happy to really help us all out, be wedding planners and event planners, and any member who's a part of GWN and really wanting to do something at this wonderful and majestic property. Feel free to get connected. We'll be sharing details of them. Coincidentally, Mr. Thomas is also a member of GWN, so his connect is anywhere there, but we'd like to really share this connect here with all the members, so you can work out, you can possibly look at, offering your client a wonderful destination event property, not just weddings, but a lot can be done here. A lot of social events also are possible here on this great Taj Malabar property here, which is overlooking, you have best of both the worlds, the backwater and the sea water, a combination that is coming out. And what to talk, I mean, you have the traditional Ayurvedic spa. So it's not just a spa, but as Mr. Thomas mentioned, an Ayurveda Shala. So you get holistic healing solutions here, and your guests can be pampered, and they can be looked after in all possible manners. Yeah, so really would ask members, if they would like to ask anything, please raise your hand or put it up in the chat box, and we could have these questions taken up. Rest we will be sharing the connect details of Mr. Thomas and his team, so you can possibly connect with them.
I put it on the chat box as well. I just sent out, so
yeah, please do.
Like to write later to us, then we will take that on this.
Yeah, you can take them down, friends. Members would really like you to take these details down and get in touch with them with your queries, or with possibly a collaboration which you have filed, but now this is all possible, all on card. And like he mentioned, they've been hospitable to many of the international cruises that, So Mr. Thomas, I had a question now with the recent Cordelia cruise coming into India, which is started as one of the most prestigious and high-end cruises. Is there anything on their itinerary to really come down south and touch Kochi?
Right. So it's a good question. Cordelia is going to be India's own cruise liner, the way it's going. They started service about a week back. They've done one. They're coming back again probably next week. and then possibly every 2 weeks till about July is the sailing calendar. So seats have been sold, pre-sold for the first 2 trips, and I think there was just enough response from India and many people wanting to try cruise liner but not able to go to Malaysia and Singapore. So this is the option they've chosen. It leaves Bombay, it comes to Cochin. It's a day trip in Cochin, come early morning 7, leave in the afternoon 2:34, and heads to Lakshadweep, spends a day there, and from there heads to Goa, and go Goa back to Bombay. That's a trip it does that time. That's also a nice trip to do. And if you're boarding in Cochin or departing Cochin, Malabar has also offered packages that are available where you can spend a night with us, enjoy part of the history you see here, and then of course move on accordingly. If you're planning a Kerala holiday along with your trip, you're doing a Bombay Cochin trip, for example, then you land in Cochin, enjoy the stay at the Malabar, and then proceed to Munnar and so on and so forth. Is also an option to try. So Malabar is really Talabar is really the entry point. Cochin is really the gateway city for Kerala. A lot of tourism in Kerala, almost about 70-80%, happens in the south, covering Cochin, Kumarakom, Tekadi, Munnar, of course, Kovalam. It's about 15 to 20, 25%. Actually, it does only the North Kerala exclusively between Wayanad and big other places, actually. So this is a breakup. So this is Cordelia, therefore makes a big difference to us. We're happy to welcome Cordelia on board and to see them actually coming. They also park on the island. All their guests also see the Taj Malabar. A lot of them actually ask, can we go there for a meal? And we also have meal packages available for them. So any of the guests trying Cordelia out for a wedding and all that, let us know. We'd like to have the second part of the wedding at the hotel for lunch and then get back.
Absolutely.
That's also an option to try.
Superb. So as Mr. Thomas says, there are multiple opportunities and ways and means. And yeah, so Cochin being the gateway to Kerala. So it is, you know, as he rightly said, since it's located, whether you want to visit North Kerala or South Kerala, you need to touch Cochin first and then start moving wayward inside. So an ample opportunity to really, you know, enjoy the hospitality, the luxury, and you know, the historic uniqueness of this wonderful property, which is so well placed at the harbor. And we have the contact details of Mr. Thomas Rowling, which has been put up on the chat. So guys, make it a point to note it down and be in touch with him. Put the Taj Malabar as you know, a sure shot destination event spot for you to share with your clients here on. And I'm sure he will be more than happy to even guide us to various other Taj properties with whom the collabs can be worked out, because he has been around with Taj and in Kerala for long enough that he can really guide us, and we can have some amazing destinations to share with our clients and to offer our clients and really do some amazing weddings now on that the COVID situation is absolutely regularizing, and Kerala has really opened up.
Yeah, that's true.
In quite a way, as Mr. Thomas again shared, that the government regulations have eased up. So friends, let's not miss out on this opportunity. Let us start doing our homework. Let us start working out collaborations here with such amazing properties, and go hand in hand and make it a win-win for all of us. I would really, on behalf of GWN, I take this opportunity to really thank and his team, Mr. CB Kumar, and the entire team for such a well seamlessly conducted virtual tour for us. And what a property, and we really look forward. I mean, me myself, I am based in Gujarat, but then I have a lot of clients who would really be wanting to do destination weddings down south. And so obviously the obvious choice now is Taj Malabar, and I'm going to be talking to Mr. Thomas about this very soon. And I hope our members can take maximum benefit of this virtual tour and really benefit for us. So a hearty thanks from the bottom of my heart on behalf of GWN for the time and for the efforts. And we really hope to have some wonderful collaborations. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, Dheeraj. Thank you.